So we're going to do a 45-minute practice this morning. A little bit longer than 30 minutes this morning because it's good to give our bodies a little bit extra time to wake up. So we're going to start in a comfortable seated position. If you're particularly really sleepy this morning, or you've got maybe any pain or discomfort, you don't feel great, then I'd recommend starting laying on your back with your knees bent. Otherwise, find a comfortable seated position. So either legs crossed, sitting on your bum, or maybe sitting on your knees. And we're going to start with a soft gaze. So keep the eyes open, but maybe just close them about halfway. Take any movements that you need to, and then gently find a still position. Hands are going to be placed on the knees. You're going to place your palms facing up towards the sky to start to receive the energy of the day. And I want you to pick a point to focus on. So somewhere with a bit of a neutral gaze, so your neck's nice and relaxed. And before we do the practice, we're going to start the practice this morning with stillness. Stillness for the body, stillness for the mind. So before we rush off into our day, just letting the body be still. Noticing how the body feels today. If you do feel particularly tired, try not to get frustrated or trying to change that. Just observing how the body feels. Checking in with the posture and making sure that you're sitting nice and tall. Dropping the shoulders away from the ears. So even though the body's not moving, there's lots going on. The back is upright, all the muscles in the spine to keep us up. Muscles around the eyes, focusing on the gaze. Starting to connect with the breath in stillness. Take a deep inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. See if you can keep the body still. As you inhale deeply through the nose, you'll feel the chest naturally rise. As you exhale through the mouth, feel the shoulders soften and the chest fall. Starting to make that a little bit quicker. Get rid of all that grogginess from last night's sleep. Let's take a deep inhale through the nose for 3. Exhale, sigh out. Inhale for 3. Exhale, sigh out. Inhale. Exhale. A little bit quicker. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Gently close the mouth. Connecting to the breath in and out through the nose. See if you can really connect to the breath for this morning's practice by deepening the inhale and really feeling the belly rise and extending the exhale from the belly, not the throat. So we want to start to breathe from the stomach in the morning, get rid of any of that stale energy, start to wake up the digestion system, wake up the energy system, the hormones, everything else that goes on. So really starting to deepen the inhale, exhale. And then this is a good time to set an intention. So we're starting the day with intention anyway, because we're up and on the mat. But what are you working towards? So everyone's on a different journey. Everyone's got different things going on. What's happening for you today? What do you want to work towards? Why did you come to the mat? Just keeping that in your mind. And then when you're ready, we're going to start to bring movement in with the body. So let's gently inhale, reach the hands towards the sky. And then the exhale, you're going to bring your hands to heart. So we're going to do that and see if we can make it a little bit of a meditative movement. So we're going to inhale, reach up for the count of 3, 2, 1. You can take your gaze to your hands at the top and then follow them down to your heart for 3. Inhale, reach up nice and slowly on the inhale for 3. Really reach to the sky. Exhale, bring the hands to heart. Inhale, reach up. Exhale down. As you bring the hands down to heart center, drop the shoulders away from the ears. As you inhale up, imagine you're trying to straighten your arms as much as you can. Reach the fingertips to the sky. As you exhale down, bring it down to your heart. So remember, we're not quite awake yet, unless you're a super early bird person, which I'm not. So just gently working through this movement at your own pace. And it's very simple, but there's lots happening in the body. As we inhale, we're reaching up. The arms are starting to reach up. We get length in the spine. As we exhale down, the shoulders are coming down. The shoulder blades come together. Hands come to heart. Inhale, reach up. Exhale down. If you've got any thoughts that are popping into your mind about what you need to do today, bring your awareness back to what we're doing. We're moving with intention. Focus on the breath as you inhale in and exhale. Take one more. And then on the inhale, you're going to reach up. You're going to pause at the top this time. Hands are going to come either side of the body. Take them away from the ears slightly. So like two big long lines either side of the head. Really reach up to the sky. See if you can get a nice stretch in the spine. So we're going to work with trying to lengthen the spine this morning. Really good to do first thing in the morning. So I want you to really reach up with the hands. And then in the exhale, I want you to sink your arms down either side. And your elbows are going to come, and you're going to imagine your elbows are glued to the side of your body. Hands are going to come in front of you. So imagine like you've got hold of a ball, but your elbows are nice and squeezed in. So if you squeeze your elbows in towards the body, you should feel the back start to activate. Make the hands nice and wide and spread. And we're going to start to move with the breath here. So keep the elbows towards the body. Make sure you're not pulling any muscles in a bad way in the back by making sure the elbows and the shoulders are still a little bit heavy, a little bit soft. On the inhale, you're going to keep your elbows in towards the body. And then on the exhale, let's take the hands out towards the side, like, not like cactus, but like little L's. So inhale, elbows stay where they are, but hands come forward. Exhale, take them off. Inhale, move the hands in with that ball. Exhale, imagine the ball's getting a little bit bigger. Inhale in. Exhale out. Inhale in. Exhale out. Taking it a little bit quicker. You're going to come in, out. Breathe with the movement. In, out. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. We're just starting to wake up the shoulders before we start to do the asanas, the poses. So working at your own pace, in and out. 2 more of these. And then when you're ready, bring the hands together, interlink the fingers together. You're going to turn them inside out, pushing the palms away from you. See if you can keep your body where it is so your spine's nice and strong and long. And then when you're ready, you're going to see if you can push your hands away from you. So you can see me. Pull the hands away from you, but keep the spine where you are. So try not to lean forward with the body. Try and keep the spine nice and straight. But pull the arms nice and straight. So imagine I'm in front of you and I'm gently pulling them hands towards me and away from you. You should start to wake up the arms. And then when you're ready on the inhale, you're going to keep your arms straight, but take them up to the sky. Exhale, bring them down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. On the inhale, take them up and see if you can drop your shoulders away from your ears. On the exhale, keep that spine nice and long and bring it down. One more. Inhale up. Exhale down. Gently coming onto your knees if that's comfortable. If you can't go onto your knees, then you can come to a standing position. You can do this in standing, or if you're feeling quite energetic or you don't want to be sitting down, then follow this, but just in standing as well. So we're going to start to check in with the body. So we're going to use our hands for this morning. So I want you to place your right hand on the small of your back and imagine you've got a tail and imagine you're tucking it under. So you should start to notice a bit of a difference in the spine. So if you're not sure, then you can naturally tilt your pelvis out as if you've got a tail and you're trying to show it off, and then go the complete opposite way. Tuck the pelvis under, tuck that tail under. Start to feel the front of the abs start to activate. And then working it up the body. Place your hands on either side of the ribs. See if you can really flail, is that a word? Flare? Flare the ribs out as you breathe in. So imagine you're trying to show off your chest towards the front, keeping that tailbone tucked under. So we're just checking in with the posture before we start to move. Working up towards the chest, gently place your hands on your shoulders and just imagine your hands are like weights. Keeping that tailbone tucked and keeping them ribs nice and proud and forward. Proud and forward, proud and flaring. You can tell it's early in the morning. My brain's not quite yet functioning. So hands are on the shoulders and gently drop the shoulders away from the ears. Keep the weight in the shoulders, but gently release the hands either side of the body. Imagine that the tip of your head down to the base of the spine is nice and long. So even though we're still and we're not really doing much movement, we're still nice and active. The tailbone's tucked. The ribs are nice and flared. The spine is as long as it can be. And then you're going to inhale the hands up to cactus. Exhale straight out like a T. So keep in that formation with the tailbone tucked. Inhale cactus. Exhale straight. Taking it a little bit quick. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. So we're trying to start to create the fire in the shoulders here. A good fire. That's where all the good stuff comes. You've heard the saying, get a bit of fire in your belly. So inhale cactus, exhale out. Take it as quick as you can. And making sure that you're not losing the form. Keep the tailbone tucked. Keep the ribs nice and proud. And that sounds a bit weird, but that's kind of the, keep your ribs nice and showing forward. That's what I mean. Imagine you've got writing on your t-shirt and you're trying to show it off. Inhale cactus, exhale out. Take it a little bit quicker. Really start to feel that fire in the shoulders. Drop the shoulders away from the ears. Taking 5 more of these. Really reach out. Straight arms. So we're just trying to move the energy channels from last night's sleep. And then when you're ready, gently release the hands either side of the body. You're going to take the hands behind you and interlink the fingers behind you. So if you're standing, just do this exactly the same. If you're on the ground, you're going to chase the ground with your hands. So imagine that you're trying to reach to the ground with your hands. And then either from kneeling or standing, you're going to hinge at the hips. Bring yourself forward. Take the hands behind you just as much as you can. So maybe you just take a little bit of a back, a little bit of a forward bend and tuck your chin to your chest. Maybe you can come all the way to your forehead to the mat, hands in the sky. Or maybe if you're standing, you want to do a forward fold, release the hands. Wherever you are, just find your version of the forward fold this morning. This is more of a restorative pose that we're going to hold for 10 breaths. So seeing if you can find a place of stillness. See if you can take the hands a little bit further behind the back. Use the breath. So we're not long into the practice, but just notice if you've lost the breath. It's completely normal. But that's exactly why we do yoga. We want the breath to be long and deep, in and out. Hold here, and then with the exhale, see if you can take your fold or your arms a little bit further. Remembering the belly breath, so as you inhale in, see if you can fill that belly with air. As you exhale out, we're getting rid of any of that tiredness, any of them stories in our mind that are saying, oh, I can't be bothered getting up today, or I don't want to go into work, oh, I want to be on a beach with a cocktail. Any of them stories that are saying, I don't want to do anything today, just get rid of them with the exhale. Deep breath in, deep breath out. 2 more breaths here before we start to move. And then when you're ready, either from kneeling or from standing, you're going to very gently release the arms back down towards the hips. Take the hands either side of the body, and then very, very gently start to roll the body up. Very, very slowly as you can. And then if you're in standing, they're just standing tall in Tadasana. If you're in kneeling position, then you're going to come forward onto all fours. Pushing back through your first downward dog. I'm not going to do that one, so just talking you through that. Walk it back so that your heels, that your bum is into your heels. In fact, I will, but I'll just do a 3-legged one. And then we're going to lift the weight of the heels up towards the sky. Heels come towards the ground. Lift the hips up, and then you're going to walk your hands towards your feet. A little bit different. And then gently come and rise to standing. So the first standing pose we're doing today will always be Tadasana. So rolling the shoulders out, pinch the shoulder blades together. Feet come together, knees come together, thighs come together. Hands are going to be either side of the body, palms facing forward. Ensure you can see me. Palms facing forward. Make the palms active. Make the legs active. So you imagine your legs are one tree trunk. One line all the way to the ground. So really push the legs together. Palms facing forward. Fingers are active. Pinch the shoulder blades together. And then we're going to start to do some shaking. So nice and easy concept, but very, very powerful, especially in the morning. So legs are going to stay where they are, but we're going to start to shake the arms. So shake the arms either side of the body, just the hands for now. The arms will come into play a little bit, but mainly just the wrists. Using the breath, continue to breathe in deeply, and then bring in the whole arm. So shaking each arm either side. And maybe just noticing if your ego is coming into play here, if you're not really sure why we're doing this. It feels a bit silly. Bring your attention to the energy lines. So feel as if anything that you feel is negative, you're throwing it away with your hands. All them things we get every morning, the tiredness, maybe the aches, maybe the pains, maybe the bloatedness, maybe the hunger, whatever it is that you've got that you don't want, just shake it away. And then we're going to start to put the hand in front of the face and shake them that way. So just notice any energy in the arms. Keep the spine nice and long. And then when you're ready, we're going to start doing circles with the arms. So you're going to bring the arms up in front of you and then up and back round. Up and round. So wheel the arms forward and round. Bringing our awareness to the shoulders here. Take the circles as quick as you can. If you need to walk your feet to about hip width distance, you can do. So we're moving the arms up and round, trying to get into them shoulder blades. Use it or lose it. We're going to use the shoulder blades. We're going to move any of the little knots out of the way. And then when you're ready, you're going to change direction. So rolling forward with the arms. Swinging the arms forward. See if you can keep a nice long spine. So pick somewhere so you've got a nice neutral gaze with your eyes, nice space in your chin and your chest. 2 big circles round. And then when you're ready, gently slow down and let the arms come either side of the body. So you're going to notice here any energy in the arms. Just look at something with your gaze for a second while we find stillness. Take an inhale in. Exhale out. Inhale in. As you inhale in, and remember your intention. Why did you step on the mat this morning? It's different for everyone. That's the joy of yoga. We all come for different reasons, but we walk away with the same feeling. Feeling of balance, feeling of energy, and a feeling of inner strength. And then when you're ready, gently bounce the knee. Sweep the arms up towards the sky. On the exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, down. On the inhale, sweep up, and on the next exhale, you're going to come down to halfway lift. So in halfway lift, the feet are about hip width distance. The hands are going to come to the shins. If you can straighten your legs, then you're going to straighten them, but that's not the aim of the pose. The aim of the pose is to have a flat back. So it might be better to have a bent knee. You're going to gently fold at the hips. Make sure that your spine's nice and long. So imagine if I was in front of you, I was gently pulling on your head further away from the back, from the spine. And then if you want, you can sweep the arms behind you in line with the body. So almost like you're flying. Notice what's happening in the feet. Make sure that you're connected to the ground with all 4 parts of the feet. If you've got a natural instep, you might just need to gently roll the feet out to the outer edges. And then when you're ready, if you've got straight legs, then just hold it there. If you need to bend like mine, you're going to gently straighten your right leg and keep the left knee bent. Hold for 1 breath. And then bend that right knee and straighten the left leg. Gently swap, straighten the right leg. Gently straighten the left leg. And then when you're ready, let's do a forward fold ragdoll. So in ragdoll, we want a generous bend in the knee. The idea is not to get straight legs. The idea is to get the chest and the heart glued onto the top of the thighs. Fold at the hips. Let the head go like a bowling ball. So shake the head no for tiredness. Yes for energy. No, we don't want to feel sleepy or go back to bed or hit snooze. Yes, we want to kickstart Thursday, whatever day it is that you're watching this. And then grab opposite elbows. And then with ragdoll, we want to swing the body from side to side. Keep the eyes open as we're doing a morning practice. We want to keep that focus. Just imagine all the little muscles and the little nerves in the spine just getting a full release as you let the body hang. And then when you're ready, release the hands. We're going to come to standing, but we're going to come for a count of 15. So as slow as you can imagine. So inhale very, very slowly, roll up for 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8. Very slow, 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 slow. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Give the shoulders a nice roll out. And then we're going to do a balance part of the pose this morning before we come back down to the mat to finish the practice. As always, if you need a drink, just take one whenever. So working with the balance. So balance in the morning can be a little bit tricky. And that's not because of our ability, that's just the body's natural way of finding balance before we start the day. A little bit wobbly. So working with the balance, and make sure that the spine's nice and long, standing nice and tall. And then we're going to bring all the weight into the right foot. And for this morning, we're just going to bend that left knee in front. So maybe you want to keep the left foot on the ground. Maybe you want to bend the knee in front of the chest, in front of the hips really, I suppose. And then you're going to grab that left knee with the left arm. And you're going to take that left knee out to the side. Again, if you need to, that left foot can be on the ground. The idea here is that we're getting a bit of an opening with that left hip. Take the right hand out to the side for a bit of a challenge of your balance. Imagine you're literally like scales. So your right hand is weighing you down to the right. Your left knee is equal in that weight, so we're nice and balanced. Stand nice and tall with the spine, make the upper body nice and active. If we make the upper body nice and active, the legs got less weight. So we're pulling ourselves up with our chest, but the feet are going down into the ground, so we're nice and tall. Gently bring that knee back in front. Hug the knee in towards the chest. Give it a bit of loving, and then gently release down to the mat. Same on the other side. Bringing all the weight into the left foot. Right foot's going to come and just going to point towards the ground. Option to bring the knee up. Option to take that right knee out to the side. Definitely going to be my wobbly side from now on with that broken toe. But just see which is your wobbly side, because we've all got one. Left arm can come out to be the balance. And then just find your balance. See if you can pick something to look at, which really helps the balance. Gently bring that right knee back in, tuck that right knee in, hug it in towards the chest. And then release. Gently come into tree pose. It's really good to start the day, to bring the left and the right part of the brain and the mind together. So option for tree, you're going to bring your right foot to your left ankle for a low tree. So toes just touching the ground. Option to bring up to the calf. We don't have an option to bring it to the knee because we don't want to put any pressure on the joints of the knee. The last option would be to bring the right foot to the inner left thigh. So this is full tree pose with the leg in the inner thigh. If you find it easier, you can come to lotus. So your right foot can come on top of your left, on the front of your left thigh. I don't like the way that makes my hips feel, but just find what's working for you. So it's not my practice, it's yours. It's your body. So just be curious about your body and be curious about what works. And then whenever you're in your tree, find your branches. So your hands are going to come out either side. Make that mudra, like the OK sign with your hands. Stand nice and tall, drop the shoulder blades. And just notice what's happening in the body. Is it wobbling? Have you lost the breath? You'll find that the longer you inhale for, the harder it is to lose your balance. The mind isn't quite like a woman, not very good at multitasking. So if you deeply inhale, your awareness will go to the breath and it will drop the awareness of the wobbliness. Find your tree. Maybe take your hands above you for a bit of a challenge in prayer. And then gently release that knee in front of you first. And then gently back down to the ground. Just walk the feet out. Maybe putting a bit of pressure onto the toes, lift the heel. I'm only going to do that with one foot today, but just finding a bit of a release for the feet. Maybe putting the back of the toe, sorry, the top of the toes onto the ground, getting a stretch down the front of the foot. And then when you're ready, opposite side. So we always do opposite sides so that we're nice and balanced, the yin and the yang. So the right foot into the mat, left foot can either come to the ankle, or it comes to the calf, or it comes to the thigh. So we don't want it on the knee. You might need to give the foot a little bit of a help up to the inner thigh. And if you're not sure that you can do the inner thigh, then think of it this way. your left foot and your right thigh are pushing in towards each other. So that's where you get the stillness from. So we're not trying to put it there and then forget everything. We're trying to push in to find that strength. And then we lift up through the spine, reach out for your branches, find your balance. Again, it's your practice. Drop the shoulders away from the ears. Remember why you're here. Connect with the breath. And then when you're ready, gently release that left knee in front of you. And then gently release back down. We're going to do a couple of standing twists this morning. So coming from a feet about hip width distance posture, you're going to inhale your hands up towards the sky. And then in the exhale, you're going to take the left arm forward and the right arm behind you. Inhale up to center. Exhale, right arm in front, left arm behind. Inhale up. So do a few of these each side and just notice what's happening for you. So maybe you'll get a bit of a release in the shoulders, maybe the lumbar spine. See if you can keep the hips facing forward as you twist. So we're twisting from the chest. Inhale up, exhale, twist. Inhale up, exhale, twist. One more each side. Inhale up, exhale, twist. Finishing on the side, the left. So we've done one on each side and then gently back to center. Let's come back to Tadasana and connect back in with the breath. Can always really benefit to just kind of take a moment to pause and come back to the breath before we carry on. So breathing in deeply, finding that length in the spine. And then we're going to do a breath exercise, which is really good for the morning. Traditional breath exercise for the morning. So you can, if you'd rather do this on the floor, you can come onto your knees. Otherwise, I want you to try and find a bit of a version between a squat and a fold. You're going to bring your feet about mat width distance. So even if you've not got a mat, just imagine the feet are right a little bit wider than the hips. You're going to gently place your hands onto your knees. They're not glamorous at all, but for me, it always imagined not very well and you're leaning over a toilet to be sick. So you want to basically bring over, don't worry, we're not going to be sick, but we're just going to make ourselves feel nice and energized. Folding over, hinging at the hips, but making sure that the stomach is nice and active. You want a gentle bend in the knee, so we don't want straight legs. The idea here is that the torso is facing forward. If it doesn't feel right, then you can just gently fold forward from the hips, just ever so slightly. The reason why the hands come to the knees is it lets the weight of the torso go into the legs. Making sure the shoulders are nice and relaxed. You're going to take a deep breath in here, and then you're going to exhale through the mouth. Inhale in, exhale through the mouth. 5 more of these. Inhale in, exhale through the mouth. Inhale in deeply, feel the belly rise. Exhale out, feel the belly contract. And then we're going to do one more deep breath in and deep breath out. And then we're going to start to try and do a fake breath. So what we mean by a fake breath in is that the mouth, the nose, and the throat are going to do absolutely nothing, but the stomach is going to start to contract. So you can place your hands on your knees, or maybe to help you, you can put your right hand on your belly. So we're going to take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. And then pause, hold stillness with the nose, throat, and the mouth. Instead, what you're going to do is you're going to suck that belly in and imagine you're trying to really make yourself as skinny as possible. Hold in that for a moment, drop the shoulders away from the ears. Hold it for as long as you can. And then you're going to release. So we take a real breath in, exhale out. And then we take a fake breath in. So we suck the stomach in. Just pull it in as much as you can. Imagine you're trying to pull your stomach away from something you don't want. Keep the nose, the mouth, and the throat completely neutral. Hold as long as you can, and then exhale out. So we're just starting to wake up all the internal digestive organs. Take a real breath. Exhale out. And then take a fake breath. Pull in that belly. Really pull it in, drop the shoulders. Hold for as long as you can. Option to put your hands on your stomach and really push in as much as you can. And then exhale, release, come back to standing. Give it all a shake. Shake your legs out, shake your hands out. Maybe a little bit of a jump. Get rid of any of that negative energy that we've just expelled from the stomach. Shake the arms forward and back. Just get a bit of movement. Movement is medicine, as they say. And then when you're ready, we're going to come back down. We're going to finish on the mat this morning. I nearly said this evening then. This morning. Still got the whole day ahead of us. So option for you, why you want to come down to the mat. You can come down whatever feels best for you. If you want to come down with me, then you're going to inhale, reach your hands towards the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, plant the hands. Take the right foot back, followed by the left. Let's pause through a plank before we come down to the mat. So in plank, you want to make sure the hands are nice and directly under the shoulders. Tuck the tailbone under, lift into the shoulders. Gently place the knees down to the mat. And then let's come back through a child's pose. So in child's pose, heels back into the, bum back into the heels, hands out in front. Knees can be wide or together, just depending on what works for you this morning. Place the forehead into the mat. And we're going to bring a bit of a shoulder stretch into this as well. So reach the hands away from the body as much as you can. And get a nice stretch down the side body. Even walk your fingers away from the head. And then bend your elbows, keep the elbows into the ground, bring your hands at prayer, and see if you can bring your hands at prayer to the back of your neck. Connecting back in the child's pose before we start to finish the practice. A deep breath in, deep breath out. Gently place the hands back down to the mat. Walk the hands away from the head, from the body, so further away from you. Pick the palms off the mat. So just the thing that would help with my hands are actually in shot. So walk your hands away, and then pick the palms up. So just the fingertips are into the mat. And you should get a nice stretch down the side of the body. Oh, I could hang out here all day, down my right shoulder. That feels good. And then you're going to gently come up onto your fingertips. See if you can bring your body up and come into an all fours tabletop position. So we're going to get a bit of a twist for the shoulders now. We've not done too much with the gravity and the weight of the body, so using that for the last part of the practice. So in tabletop, making sure that the hips are directly above the knees, shoulders are directly above the hands. On the inhale, we're going to sweep that right arm to the sky and look up towards the sky to your right hand. And on the exhale, you're going to thread the needle. So threading the needle, the right hand goes under the armpit. Follow the ground with the right hand. Right ear comes to the ground if you can. Do this so you can see me. Thread that needle, right ear to the ground. The left hand can stay where it is, but you can place the fingertips into the mat and just push the body away. So the idea here is we're trying to stretch into that right shoulder. Connect with the breath, use the breath. Deep inhale. Breathe like you're thirsty. So when you're really thirsty and you want to drink your whole bottle straight away, imagine like that with your breath. You want to breathe as much as you can. It's the start of the day. We've not even started the day yet. Look at everything that we've done. Breathe deeply. See if you can push that shoulder a little bit further with the last breath. And then when you're ready, plant that left hand, drag that right arm out. See if you can make it nice and heavy. And then let's just counteract that by placing the right hand on the left shoulder. Let the shoulder be a little bit heavy. And then maybe just bounce that elbow, just making sure you're getting that right shoulder awake again. And then let's thread the needle the opposite side. Left hand sweeps up to the sky. And then thread that needle through to the right. So left hand reaches to the right, left ear comes to the ground. Again, right hand comes to the mat, so the fingertips are pushing the body away. If you want to take it a little bit further, sorry, I didn't mention this on the other side, but if you want to take it further on this side, take the right hand towards the sky and then place it on the small of the back, the lower back. So we're twisting the body, the torso, not the hips, to the right. Use the breath here, get a little bit more space. And then when you're ready, gently drag that left arm up. Come into puppy pose. Keep the knees where they are. Hands are going to come into the mat. See if you can keep the hips directly above the knees so they stay exactly where they are. It's just the hands that walk forward. And see if you can melt the chest towards the ground. So the chin or the forehead can come to the mat. If you want a bit of a throat stretch, then put the chin on the mat and stretch out the front of the chest, the top of the neck. Melt the heart into the ground with gratitude. Gratitude for yourself for starting the day with the practice. Even if you didn't want to when the alarm went off. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. One more deep breath. And then very gently start to walk the fingers back towards the body. Come back up, and then we're going to finish in a comfortable seated position. So whatever that is for you. So for me, this morning, that's going to be on my knees. That's my comfortable position this morning. But whatever it is for you, maybe it's sitting in a kneeling position. Maybe it's laying down on the floor. The key to all this is to listen to what the body needs. And everyone's body is completely different. So just listen to what it is that your body needs this morning. And your mind, and your soul, and your heart. Finding a place of stillness. And then I want you to take whatever movement it feels intuitive. So for me, it's my right shoulder. I just need one last stretch out. And just listen to what your body needs. Maybe you want to reach up to the sky. Maybe you want to fold forward. Whatever it is, just take that stretch. And then when you're ready, interlink the fingers behind you, clasp the hands together and see if you can pull them away from the body. Drop the shoulders away from the ears. And then gently release the hands either side of the body. Take the left hand to the right knee, or if you're in cross-legged position, yeah, take it over, still the same place, take it over to the right knee. Inhale your right hand in front of you. Pause there for a second and just see if with your right hand in front of you, you can pivot the body to the right. So we're not trying to move the legs here, we're just trying to move the torso. Take the arm above the head and then twist a little bit further with the chest. And then finally take that right hand all the way back behind you, drop the hand to the ground, look over your right shoulder. Tuck that tailbone so you've got a nice long spine. On the inhale, we sit a little bit taller. And then the exhale, we twist a little bit further. So inhale, we're tall. Exhale, we twist. Gently unravel back to center. Before we do the other side, let's give the spine a little bit of a counter pose. Hands are going to come in front of you or on top of the knees. On the inhale, sit tall. And on the exhale, tuck the chin to the chest and imagine you're trying to get a really round back. So really let the head be heavy, let the shoulders come up to the ears and start to get into the back of the shoulders. Inhale, sit tall. Exhale, right hand to left knee. And then let's start by placing the left hand in front of us. Twist the body a little bit to the left. Then left hand to the sky. And then left hand to the ground behind us. So just easing the body into that twist this morning. Looking over the shoulder. Inhale for tallness. Exhale for the twist. Gently unravel. Again, hands come to the knees. Inhale, straight spine. Exhale, tuck the chin. Round into that upper back. So we're getting a bit of a counter pose. And then option to stay there if that feels nice for the back for the next bit. We're going to do a little bit of a neck stretch. Or if you want to, you can do this with a straight spine. You're going to gently roll your left ear to your left shoulder. And then right ear, right shoulder. Left, left. Right, right. Ear to shoulder. Ear to shoulder. Take it a little bit quicker, that feels right. Or maybe slower. And then when you're ready, gently bring the head back to neutral. Roll all the way back up to seated. I'm just going to change my position from on my knees to finishing in lotus. So that cross-legged position. So finding a comfortable seated position to finish. So we're going to finish this morning with a gratitude practice. So morning practice, especially, you'll have seen your miracle mornings, daily rituals. It's something that everyone's trying to get into the practice because it makes such a difference to the rest of the day. And the one thing that works above nothing else is gratitude. So we're going to put our right hand on our heart and our left hand on our stomach. Pick a point to focus on in front of you, but I want you to make sure that your gaze is nice and neutral. So don't look down to the ground and put pressure on the lower back, the back of the neck. Pick something in front of you. So feel as if you're sitting nice and tall, drop the shoulders. And then I want you to notice any sensations under the right hand. So what's happening in the heart today? Notice any sensations in the left hand, what's happening in the digestion. Maybe any anxiety in the stomach, maybe excitement for the day, if you're off work, if you're going on holiday, whatever it is that's exciting. And then picking your gaze, keeping your gaze nice and strong, nice wide eyes because we're nice and awake. For you to bring to your awareness one thing that you feel grateful for. Notice how that makes the body feel when you think of that gratitude. Challenge for the rest of the day to start to notice the little things you feel grateful for. Or even if you don't feel particularly grateful, things you want to feel grateful for. Things you know you should feel grateful for. But there's something blocking us, maybe fear, maybe anxiety, maybe ego. And then starting to lengthen the breath. As you take a deep breath in, you're going to feel that left hand rise with the chest. So the hand stays on the chest, but just feel the chest rise. As you exhale out, feel the belly fall. So we're going to try and do wave breath to finish. We're going to take a deep breath in. Feel the chest rise, feel the belly rise to the left, behind the left hand. As you exhale out, gently push that stomach in with the left hand and exhale out. Inhale, the belly goes nice and big. Exhale, push the belly in. Inhale, belly goes out. Exhale, belly goes in. Inhale. Exhale. One more deep breath. And exhale, release the hands away from the body. Release the hands onto the knees. Palms are going to be faced up because it's still the morning. We want to receive the energy. But instead of doing a mudra, we're going to make the arms nice and straight. Seeing if you can take the arms just very slightly over the knees, as if you're trying to shine the insides of your elbows up towards the sky. Drop the shoulders away from the ears. Notice your posture. See if you can check in with yourself for the rest of the day. Tuck that tailbone under. Drop the shoulders away from the ears. And then keep your arms straight. You're going to gently look over your left shoulder. Gently look over your right shoulder. Gently look to the sky. Gently look to the ground. Inhale, sweep the hands to prayer. Exhale down to heart center. Inhale up. Exhale down. As you inhale, sweep up, just notice all that energy that you've created this morning by moving the body. As you exhale, bring the breath back down to the heart. Inhale, get that energy up. Gather it all up. Exhale, bring the hands down to heart. Pause with your hands at heart center. Reflecting back on your intention that you set at the start of practice. Being grateful to yourself and to each other for sharing the energy this morning. Never ever underestimating the power of starting the day with just 45 minutes of intention, breath and movement. Gently bringing your hands to your third eye. May you have a day with kind thoughts to yourself. Gently bring your hands to your lips. May you have a day with gratitude and grateful thoughts. Maybe a challenge to tell one person something you're grateful for today. And then gently bring your hands to heart. May you have an energetic day, full of all the good stuff. Thank you so much for practicing with me this morning and helping me wake up. Namaste. Namaste. Have a wonderful day.